Hi all, welcome to the Team of the Week 9 predictions. Hopefully a good looking Team of the Week. The big question is, could we see Messi and could we see a lot of second informs make an appearance? And if so, could be some nice cards to look forward to. So if we could smash likes would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GIsALegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. Kieran's predictions are down in the description as always, and same for the Football Predictions League. We need a good week after the last two have been a bit of a disaster, being thrown under the bus, and we're needing to recover from it. So goalkeeping wise, to start off with, is Chesney and Kubek. We get there in the end. Chesney made 7 saves and a clean sheet and a 7.5 from Gazetta. Juventus played very well against AC Milan, and Chesney played a big part in it. Now Dybala got a goal and a 7.5 as well, but Chesney is the most likely from that game, I feel, in my personal opinion. But we've seen plenty of times throughout the year so far that we have been thrown curveballs and it just completely makes no sense. Kubek, 4 saves, a clean sheet and a 2 from kicker. One of the saves being a penalty save, and that should help him out immensely. And like last week, we weren't sure on the goalkeeping front at all. There was only really a handful of standout options, but I feel Kubek has a strong shout for happening. In terms of other possible goalkeepers, we have Okija with an 8 on keep and a clean sheet, and he was goalkeeper of the week as well for Legun, and Lecomte made 3 saves and a 7 on keep, so potentially even a second in form for him. But I would imagine Chesney and Kubek are the most likely goalkeepers, and I can't really see past them. Then defence wise, it starts off quite nicely and then kind of trickles out a bit. So we start off with Telles. He got himself a goal and a clean sheet for Porto as they beat Boavista 1-0, and it was a winning goal, and it was a very nice goal at that. And Telles would be a nice inform. He's been close a couple of times for being mentioned at least. He's been on my top possibles or possibles, and I would say he has a strong chance of happening. Kappa, 1 goal, 1 assist and a free from Marca. Definitely should walk in, and when you make the team of the week for Marca as well, that kind of reinforces that kind of should happen. Kiritsov, 1 goal and a clean sheet for him. It was a winning goal in the game between Shakhtar and Dynamo Kiev, and I would say he has a good shout of happening as well. Not going to be the most appealing card in the world, but it still deserves his spot in the team of the week. And Trimmel got a hat-trick of assists and a 1.5 from kicker. Now the thing is, every outlet that you read, like German media, European media, whatever it, or like who scored, I scored, whoever scored, whatever, they all credited Trimmel with the assist for the first goal. Brzezinski got the put in the back of the net, and then I think it was initially given as one of the Union Berlin players. But regardless, he should still have a very strong shout of happening. And when you get kind of given like a hat-trick of assists, despite not keeping a clean sheet, and you've played like right wing back, you should be kind of getting a spot in. In terms of other defenders that may get in, you could see Yedlin and Clark for 1 goal. You may see Ramos for 1 goal, clean sheet, Pavard for 1 assist and a clean sheet, Alaba even possibly. There's definitely quite a few interesting options from the defensive view. It's a case of, from a Bayern view especially, and also even from a Real Madrid view, that they could easily throw a curveball and like bulk up the defence somewhere. Ramos could easily sneak in, but I feel other players from Real Madrid and Bayern especially will get in. Now on to some midfielders. We start off with Patrick Herrmann. This guy should have had an inform weeks ago, didn't happen, and missed out, and this could easily have been a second inform that we could have been talking about now, but he got 2 goals and a 1.5 from kicker. Definitely deserved, and fair play to the guy. On to Raja Nainggolan, 1 goal, 3 assists and an 8.5 from Gazetta. He pretty much should walk in. His last inform was team of the week 6, so it should be more than enough time. But when you play 4 goal contributions and you play calm and you're trying to make the team of the week a little bit more appealing, and when you're pretty much like the player of the week, then this should get you in. Orsic, a hat-trick. Yeah, again, this guy is running riot between the Champions League and in the Croatian League. So a nice second in form this looks for Orsic actually. Nice pace, nice shooting, nice dribbling. Put a nice chem style on him and you're sorted. Dimitri Payet, 2 goals and an 8 from L'Équipe. He made the team of the week for L'Équipe. And while Lienard was also equally impressive, and there's not really much else in the midfield department. Biggest fear is Payet's got his scream card, so they may not necessarily go for Payet. They may go elsewhere in the league, like Buanga or Atal, and that's where I'm a bit wary. So Payet definitely deserves a shout for 2 goals beating Lyon. They may decide to go a curveball, so be wary of that. And then Valverde, this guy is like one of the form players for Real Madrid. 1 goal and a free from Marca. This guy has been in my team of the week predictions, I think, like 5 or 6 times this FIFA already, either as in the squad or as a possible, and deserves a spot in at last this week. Then on to some reserves. We start off with Dessers. He got himself 3 goals, 2 assists and player of the week with an 8.5 from VI. Very strong shout. If he does not happen, I would be pleasantly surprised. Also tweeted out that if they were to do like a boost for like the actual player of the week, like the best player of the week, like Dessers would then be an 81 and actually even be more appealing. Christian Doidge got himself a hat-trick for Hibs. This is the only inform that I actually would care about if I was to be given red picks. It's who I want. Christian Doidge ran riot against St Johnstone. Evander got himself 1 goal, 2 assists for Midtjylland versus Copenhagen, and should seal his spot in the team of the week. Nice discard. Brazilian. Then Hennings got himself a hat-trick, player of the week and a 1 from kicker. Big problem, this is a free draw, but he should still get in because he was very impressive. But we've said that a few times already this FIFA, like with Ronau, where he was player of the week and he didn't happen, but I still fancy him to happen. Then Martin got himself 3 goals and 1 assist and should seal his spot. And then Rodriguez got 1 goal and the MVP or the man of the match in the MLS final. Now he may be a hero card, I've just did an inform just for simple sakes, but I still feel that he will seal his spot in the team of the week. So with the forwards that I'm going to cover for this week, we start off with Jork. He got himself 1 goal, 2 assists and an 8 from L'Équipe, sealing his spot, which should be a given, but we know what they may easily go with FIBA or Lienard, but because Jork is the goal, should help out immensely. Belotti, he got himself 2 goals and a 7.5 from Gazetta. He was man of the match as well. Well, some folk will not go from because of the penalties. Berengui got 2 goals as well and an equal rating, but Belotti was man of the match, that's why I've went for him. And to be honest, Belotti's more appealing, I would say. Then Deulofeu got himself 1 goal, 1 assist for Watford as they got their first win in the season against Norwich. Haaland got himself another hat-trick, like the 5th this season I want to say, as Salzburg keep running riot, and this would be a nice second in form for Haaland. Just wait till the upgrade boost comes into him, this will be crazy. Lewandowski got himself 2 goals, a 1 from kicker in the victory for Dortmund, against Dortmund even, Bayern beating Dortmund. They could, as I said, go like Alaba, Pavard or Muller, but I'm going to go Lewandowski for now, but I may change it at the last minute depending on how I feel. And Messi, 3 goals and a free from Marca, he was player of the week as well. Should finally seal that in form. We thought it might have been last week, but now this week is more justifiable. Now that has kind of wrapped me up for my main team of the week. As I said, top possibles, I haven't had time to sit down and get a screen put together, but you've got the likes of Caputo for 2 goals and a 7.5 in Gazetta, so a potential second in form for him. Mariki 2 goals, Hamill 2 goals, Mida 2 goals, 1 assist, Pat Quang Rong 2 goals, 1 assist, Mafiba 2 goals, Willian 1 assist, Yedlin and Clark for 1 goal, Franson 1 goal, 1 assist, Ramos 1 goal and a clean sheet, Muller 2 assists, Pavard 1 assist and a clean sheet, Perez 1 goal, 1 assist, Pino 1 goal, Ferran Torres 1 goal, Benzema 2 goals, Ramos 1 goal, Hazard a free on Marca, Tassetti 3 assists, Kimar with 1 goal, 1 assist, Radu 7 saves, and and Kubo 1 goal and a free on marker. So that gives you and also Van de Beek and Correa as well, definitely deserve mentions as well for 2 goals each. But hopefully you find this useful, folks. As always, full squad there as well for you to see. Smash the likes as always, folks. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GZoid, and comment down below if there is anyone else I've missed, and I'll catch you all later.